Excuse me for interrupting, but before you get too comfortable, I have some timely information for those of you seated in the first 6 rows of our stadium, and especially for those of you seated in the center section. Perhaps you've noticed that things seem a bit unusual here. We think it only fair to warn you that this show has a way of spilling out onto the audience, which means quite possibly that you could get wet. Maybe not very wet, but wet nonetheless. Therefore, if you are seated in the first 6 rows of our stadium and feel the need to stay completely dry, we suggest that you make your escape now, while there is still time left.
You may get wet. If you're sitting in the center section, right here, like you will get wet. Have a camera? Like this one? By the end of the show, it may be like this. See what I mean? You have been warned. Thank you.
They're kinda crazy in a spooky kooky castle, I do.
kicked the bucket. His only two nephews, Clyde and Seymour, have been brought forth for the reading of the will.
Hi there! And welcome to Uncle Smedley's Castle. Yes, as you know, the guests will be arriving shortly for the official reading of Uncle Smedley's last will and testament. But if you ask me, after spending 7 long years in this thing, this castle should be mine. And if I have my way about it, that will won't be read. Now that would be the door. Enter! locked in. Well, perhaps cool dip in our moat will help get your blood circulating. Be my guest. Did I warn them of the alligators? Did they get you? Where? Well, Seymour, as you can see, you're on the wrong side of the moat. And if you want to collect your inheritance, you must return, if you can. So let's see it. But watch out for those alligators. And the giant leeches. Crash, he made it. Well, Seymour, there's not much for us to do until the sheriff and your cousin Clyde arrive. And I'm not surprised that they're late. So if you'd be so kind to follow me, I will show you to your room. Your bag. Walk this way. You're going to love your room, Seymour. It has an excellent view of the family cemetery. Let's go.
Alrighty now there, Clyde. Let's see here. We made a left around Gruesome Gorge, run around Dead Man's Turn, and finally made a right on the Stay Alive Drive. Then you had to go and throw that daggone road map out the window, and now we're lost. Well, I suspect we're somewhere in the middle of Creepy County, but I'm just not sure where, Clyde, so come on. Come on, Clyde, let's go find somebody that can help us out.
Take two.
Come on, Clyde, right down here. That's a good boy. Okay, Clyde, now let's see if we can't find somebody around here that maybe can just give us a little bit of help. Hold on a second there, Clyde. There's a young lady right there. Howdy, ma'am. Can you come right down here and help us out? There you go. Just watch your step there. Ooh, all the way down here. Okay, now what Clyde wants to know from you is, have you seen a castle nearby? You haven't? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and just help us out by getting a nice big kiss from Clyde here. There you go. Thank you very much, ma'am. And thank you, Clyde. Well, Clyde, we're just going to have to find somebody else around here that maybe can help us. Well, what do you think? Not too sure, huh? What I think you want to know is, do you live around here? You don't? Well, have you ever heard of a guy named Uncle Smedley? Haven't heard of that one either, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, you can help us out just by reaching down here and getting a great big flipper shake. There you go. Thank you very much, sir.
Clyde, you're with me, remember? Clyde, don't leave me alone in here, okay? All right, Clyde, but you're sitting in the cemetery. All right, Clyde, this looks like the place. Why don't you reach way up there and ring that bell? Clyde, I said no funny business. Okay, Clyde, we're gonna have to go inside. But remember, stick close to me. All right, Clyde, I don't want you to go wandering around. You never know what might pop up in the castle like this. Holy smokes, Clyde, I told you not to go wandering. It's a big green monster with big yellow eyes. Clyde, it's gone. Clyde, big chicken. Coochie, coochie, go! Now, Clyde, you weren't really afraid of that skull, were you? Nah, neither was I.
Welcome to the castle! You're not afraid, are you?
Yeah. You must be the butler.
Yes, and this is Master Seymour.
Well, I'm the new sheriff of Creepy County, and this here's my good buddy Clyde. We're here to read his Uncle Schmedling's will, so tell me, butler, where is it?
Why, you'll find that will has been safely locked away, and that safe over there for safekeeping.
Ooh, sounds safe, but it's locked. Got it, and? Oh, butler, you have got roaches.
Sheriff, that's not a roach, that's an otter.
Otter, huh? Otter than what? Let's see what he has to say. Oh, gotcha, kid. Should have taken care of that before the show. It's down the hall, second door on your left, says Otter. Let's see what we have now. There it is, Uncle Schmedley's will. All right, Butler, let's get down to business and read
Not
this.
so fast, Sheriff. Why, I'm taking all day to prepare one of my world-famous gourmet meals. Now, Clyde, I'm sure everybody would love a nice bite to eat. That'll be enough out of you, young man.
Well, if we're staying for something to eat, I'm going to put this will someplace where it'll be safe and out of reach. Let's see
Might
here.
I suggest the mantle?
Oh, how about the mantle?
Good thinking. And now, dinner is served.
Wow, what a table. Butler, where did you get this thing?
Oh, it's this little something I dug up. Dug up. Thank you. I'm taking time to prepare some lovely hors d'oeuvres for you, gentlemen. Do enjoy them.
Wow, hors d'oeuvres. Thanks a lot, Butler. Okay, guys, these look great, but I don't want anyone to touch a thing until I divide them up all even Steven, okay? Okay, so let's see. There's one for Clyde and... Just right in your chair there, Seymour. One for Seymour. Don't you touch that. Did I give you a fish? Oh, I thought I did. Well, we'll start all over again. Now, there's one for Clyde. I caught you that time, Clyde. You stole that fish. Yes, you did. You took it right off the plate there. I saw you. They saw you. And so did Seymour. That's right. You know what happens to bad sea lions around here? They get caught stealing fish. We sneak up to them and we choke them. Not really. We just touch them here. Either hand. Alright, that's ridiculous.
Sheriff, might I propose a toast to our dearly departed Uncle Schmedley?
Why, of course you can, Butler.
Okay, then. We'll just fill those empty cups with a chilly can of ice-cold Coca-Cola. I've entrusted all my beverages to my faithful servant, Igor. Thank you very much, Igor. Catch the wave. Igor had the right idea, and Coke is it. Thank you. All four. Sheriff?
Thank you.
Boys, drink up.
Wait a minute! How do we know this stuff is really Coca-Cola anyway?
Why, of course it's Coke. Isn't that right, Seymour? That's the real thing, too.
That's enough clowning around here, Butler. You clean up this mess and get down to business. That's what we came here for. Let's see. What did we come here for? The reading of the will. That's right. Let's see. What did I do with that will? I took it out of that safe and we wandered around with it, and the butler said we were going to have something to eat and something to drink. Now, let's see. I didn't give it to Clyde, and I didn't give it to Seymour, and I certainly didn't give it to the butler. It's a little wet piece of paper with a red ribbon tied all the way around it. Let's see. The will, the will, the will. We've got to find that will because we've got to find out what Clyde gets, what Seymour gets, what the state, city, and federal government get. Hurry up, kid. Let's see. It's my first day on the job, you know, and I really would hate to mess things up. I just got to remember where I put that will. I remember now. I put it on the mantle. But it's gone.
About time.
We are going to have to split up and find the will. We are going to search this castle
No, me.
Well, you know, Clyde, that was a pretty thorough search, but we didn't find anything. Holy smokes, Clyde! There he is, and he sure is a speedy one, too. Let's see, Clyde, he's too fast for me. After him. Rats, he got away. But you know, the only place we haven't checked yet is up in that belfry. So come on, Clyde, let's go. Now, Clyde, this is the belfry, but I don't think... Clyde, you're in big trouble now. Get down here. Right now, You think it's easy coming out here talking to all of these people? Good luck talking to lions.
This is even too weird for me. Give me this thing, Clyde. Now look, you stay here and stay out of trouble. I'm gonna go to the back of the house and try to help that sheriff before she finds the will. Why don't you read a book or something?
Where's he going?
One more time, Seymour. All right. Now that you found this wheel, all we gotta do is tell your cousin Clyde about it. Did you hear that? Clyde, is that you? Seymour, your cousin Clyde found a secret passageway deep down in the dungeon. Want to go find it? Okay, let's go. supposed to happen? You hold it right there. I'm warning you, freeze! Freeze again! One more time! Freeze! Wait a minute, everybody! I recognize this face anywhere! Hey, everybody! Uncle Smedley's not dead. He's alive!
Smedley's alive, 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 alive. Our Uncle Smedley isn't dead, he didn't take a dive. Smedley's alive, alive as he can be. It's not a joke he did from the range, Smedley.
All right, Butler. I got one question for you. If this is really Uncle Smedley like I think it is, why doesn't he look anything like his nephew there, Seymour?
Why, that's simple. That's because Uncle Smedley is a walrus. And Smedley, that was a nasty thing you did. Coming out here and squirting down all our guests. Why don't you apologize to them and give them all a great big kiss? But Smedley, you do have some explaining to do. Like just where in the world have you been for the last 7 years, huh? What? I think that's hard. Smedley says you've been down in the dungeon hosting a party.
A party in the dungeon? That's great. Smedley's here. There's no reason for us to read that will.
That's right. I suggest we adjourn to the dungeon and continue the festivities. Folks, we hope you've enjoyed your visit to the castle, and we'll come again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alive, no will to miss the day, no will to miss the destiny for Smedley. He's okay, he's really okay, he's really okay. But now we know the things that happened there were never really scary, they were true.
And especially for those of you seated in the center section. Perhaps you've noticed that things seem a bit unusual, the way it's spilling out onto the audience, which means quite possibly that you could get wet. But wet nonetheless. Therefore, if you are seated in the first 6 rows of our stadium and feel the need to stay completely dry, we suggest that you make your escape now, while there is still time left.
Michael Joyce.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the Seal and Otter Stadium is going to be quite crowded.
Excuse me, dear guest. You didn't believe me when I mentioned you may get wet. If you're sitting in the center section, right here, like you will get wet. Have a camera? Like this one? By the end of the show, it may be like this. See what I mean? You have been warned. Thank you.